Good afternoon, guys. Welcome and thank you for joining the first Trimble Virtual Academy for Africa in partnership with Optron. This is not going to be the first one. We'll have repeated sessions in the future. This will be more a deep dive on different solutions. My name is Naik. I'm based out of Dubai office. I'm the regional sales manager for Middle East and Africa. Just the housekeeping for the sessions. I just wanted to mention that please turn off your videos just for the bandwidth. And also, we'll be recording this session. We'll provide a recording for those people that are requesting for the recording. We'll also give the participation certificates for those participants that have made it up to the end of this presentation. So what's our goal today for this presentation? There are different presenters on this session. The first one is the Trimble Geospatial Solution Overview. So we're going to give you a high-level overview of Trimble Geospatial Solutions. This will be a starting point, and it's more focused for a detailed discussions for the future. We'll also facilitate the access to our solutions and services in collaboration with our master distribution partner, Optron in Africa. We're going to define the areas of interest where Trimble can support you to achieve main objectives. That's through the innovation, the technology adoptions, raising the level of control over the schedule and the cost and the quality within your projects. So it's quite simple. This is a 2-hour session. We got 6 slides or 6 presentations. Each of this will cover different topics. The first one is the Geospatial Solution Overview, which is, I'll do the presentation, but before that, we'll go through the team introduction for Trimble, as well as Optron. The second one is the Trimble Reality Capture 3D scanning solution. This is more from Arno Lezenek. And then you have Trimble Mobile Mapping Solutions presented by Ronald. Trimble MGI Solution by Dennis and Gilbert. And then we have Trimble Monitoring and Tunneling Solutions, which is from Christian and from Arno. And then finally, Trimble Business Center, what's there on the software and what's new in the software from Dennis Belgrado. To give face to the names, on the left side is me. Then we have Dennis, who is a technical sales engineer based out of Dubai office for Middle East and Africa. Ronald, he's the senior key account manager for Europe, Middle East and Africa, looking after the vertical markets and also the linear corridors and also mobile mapping solutions. Arno Lezenek is more focused on the linear corridor. He's the key account manager for Europe, Middle East and Africa. Christian Buer is more focused on the monitoring solutions. He's a technical sales engineer for Europe, Middle East and Africa. And then finally, Gilbert Sosi is the area sales manager, which is located in Nairobi, Kenya, for Middle East and Africa, but is more focused is in Africa. Before I go into the details of Geospatial Solutions, I just wanted to give you a Trimble overview. As you all know about Trimble, Trimble was a company formed by Charlie Trimble in 1978. We are listed on NASDAQ. We are a 3.7 billion in revenue, approximately, as of this year. 40% of our revenue is coming from building and infrastructure. A large part of that, or approximately 15%, we are reinvesting in research and development. There are 15 different research and development centers in different countries. There are 2,000 patents. We have 12,000 employees in 35 countries. More than 1,000 are construction professionals. And the global customer base that we have in 150 plus countries. Trimble is spread across different sectors. So geospatial, where today the team from Optron and from Trimble is focusing on different solutions. But we are also on agriculture, more focused on the precision agriculture, construction for machine control, transportation, railway, forestry, field service, and utilities. I'll hand over to Optron to give their company and team introduction. So I'll hand it over to Shayne for now. Shayne?
Naik, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
So yeah, Naik, thank you very much for that introduction on behalf of the Trimble team that's going to take part in this call today, or that is taking part in this session. Firstly, I'd also like to thank you all our attendees that is representing the African continent from multiple countries. As you've indicated, Naik, this is our first one that we are doing and hopefully multiple to come. And again, just to add on to the goal, what we are hoping to achieve here, it is really to create capacity within our existing potential customers that we are working with today and that we've been working with for several years. So we're really trying to use this platform to introduce ourselves as well as the technology solutions that we have in support of your business and how it can be utilized to make your business more successful. And if there's anything and you need to connect with us, please, you are welcome to do so, as well as that we are, as Optron, locally in South Africa and looking after the sub-Saharan African continent within sub-Saharan Africa. So please feel free to connect with us. My name is Shayne. I've been with Optron since 2008, dedicated focus on the African continent, coming from a survey background, have spent part of my time in the mining industry, mainly on the underground side, and as well as working for Gemcom Software International. And then the last few years before I've joined Optron, I was very much working in the hydrographic space in some of the countries on the West African side. Today, that's going to join us on this group from the Optron side is Shayne Dane. Shayne Dane joined us in 2004, being a professional registered land surveyor and responsible for the Trimble Geospatial portfolio within Optron. Kobus joined us in 2009, coming from a construction background, as well as having an extensive experience in the construction industry. Kobus is in the capacity today where he is our domain specialist within the monitoring space. So if there's any mining monitoring, bridges, vertical building construction monitoring, that is where Kobus built the space within the Optron basket. Then last but not least, we've got Brent Godfrey. Brent joined us initially in 2012 as a civil engineer, and he's over the years, he has done quite a lot of 3D laser scanning. He's also being a member of the Institute of the Civil Engineer Surveyors in the UK. And today, Brent is looking at 3D laser scanning within Optron, as well as within the different business units with Optron, which I will address in the next slide. Thank you, Naik. As Naik has mentioned, Optron being part of the Trimble family, the company, where we were established 37 years ago. I mean, we are definitely a company that believe in the philosophy that we are transforming the way Africa works. And if I talk about that, we're very much looking at how do we engage with our customers to make your business better? And how do we engage the bigger picture of making Africa more successful? If we're looking at our respective African countries today, It is really to make sure, how do we contribute to your success within your respective African countries? Some of the milestones for us personally, we were the first Trimble dealer outside of the US in 1987, and still going very strong today. And we've been a partner of Trimble. And also, for some of you that do know us, you will see as well that the products that we have within the Optron basket is very much in complement of Trimble products as well. We have multiple offices in South Africa itself, as well as represented in Nairobi, Kenya. Just the regional offices in South Africa, for some of you that are dealing with us, is in Durban, Cape Town, and Somerset West. And one of the other things that we strive towards is our staff complement. As you can see today, we are sitting at 104 staff members within the Optron group of companies. Last but not least, we've got a dedicated service and a help desk. So if there's any support that you need, you're welcome to obviously use our details, and we will share those details with you as time goes on. But really, we're looking at our services, our professional services that we are offering, is to ensure, again, that we're creating capacity within your businesses to make sure that you've got the right skills as well, and your team members are trained up in support of the products that you acquire from Optron. Thank you, Naik. Next slide. And then, this goes very much hand in hand with the previous slide that Naik was demonstrating on the business units within Trimble. But as the Optron group structure today, we've got Optron, which is very much the business that I represent today, as well as Shayne, Dane, Kobus, Botha, and Brent Godfrey. And we're very much looking at the geospatial solutions that we have. Then we have Cytec SA, which looks after our mining construction business. And if I can put it to you like that, that's very much the yellow machines that you have on the road. So if you take a few construction people that I've seen that's on this group, it's very much the high precision solutions that we can supply and provide to all for excavators, dozers, and the list goes on. Vantage SSA, that is our agricultural sector, which they have a dedicated focus on the agricultural business within the bigger family of Trimble. Then we have Building Point SA, where we're very much looking at the Trimble building portfolio. And there we can talk about, if I can put it in a simple context, I'm going to call it as the GIS that we know as a land surveyor. Today, we can call that the attribute GIS building sector, as to how much more detail can you give to a building construction site through scanning capabilities. And that's one of the areas that Brent Godfrey focuses on within the Optron group. Then we have Optron More Your Business Partner, Pty Limited. This is a very interesting topic, and I can most probably keep you busy for a while on this topic, but realistically what we're doing here is, how do we look at the consultancy services within the business? How do we advance and enhance your business by looking at your existing infrastructure and try and improve on that? And this is very much where we have a consultative leg within the group of companies to help us understand your business and how can we improve on that business. So if I can put it in inverted commas, is your as is today, and how can we have the to be for tomorrow? And just within those businesses that you are seeing there, which is those 5 pillars, the one thing that Trimble has done successfully over the years is to how we cross-pollinate with the different solutions that we have respectfully for those different businesses within the Trimble bigger company as an OEM manufacturer. Thank you, Naik.
Thank you, Shayne. That was a good introduction from Optron. And again, I just wanted to mention that the 4 names there on the slide, they're not just only the geospatial guys that you see. There's a lot of people in the background. They're working from the support side and application engineers and so on. It's a big team that Optron used to drive the business in Africa and to support various customers. So moving into the next slide, the Trimble Geospatial Solutions. I'm going to have a quick overview and go through a few slides over here, but there will be a detailed slide presentations from different guys over here going into different solutions. Again, the Trimble Geospatial story is we are the premium brand in survey and mapping industry. I know that there are a lot of products in the market, there's a lot of different brands that are there, but what we promote as our brand is the brand that is that it is a premium brand, it is more ruggedized, it is more reliable, it is long lasting. There are people that are using this brand or the Trimble GNSS receivers specifically. They've been using it for many, many years. Again, we're not just only focused on the GNSS, although Trimble had made the first commercial GPS. We are also into the optical. As you may or may not know, Trimble had made the first EDM in the world. So we have a really patented technologies within the optical portfolio, also the integration of the imaging technology with the optical portfolio. So we are diversified with a different kind of applications, different kind of solutions, or different hardwares, different software solutions, but also providing a complete solution. So that means the data collectors that are coming out of the Trimble, from the Trimble brand itself, and the software that are made by Trimble. We are also addressing vertical markets for different segments. We also have the most important part is the global distribution network, which in this case is the Optron for localized expertise, service, support, and delivery. So there are different sectors that the geospatial product or the solutions or Trimble geospatial solutions are addressing, which is the cadastral and land admin, GIS and mapping, surveying and construction, 3D modeling and imaging, topographic, data analysis, and reporting. So we're talking about solutions that we address from the basic needs, which are the GIS handles, or the reality capture, which is the scanning solutions, or the large-scale reality capture, which is the mobile mapping solutions. So just to give you what's there in the geospatial, Trimble geospatial basket, and this is not the only solutions over here. We have so many different softwares that are as an added advantage to complete the solutions for different vertical markets. But if you look at the GNSS solutions, we got the R12s, the R12i, also the R780 receivers that are the GNSS receivers with the IMU options. Again, on the lower end or the mid-range, we got the R2s, the R4s, or even the software-based GNSS, which is the Catalyst. We can go from a submeter level accuracy for the Catalyst up to the centimeter level accuracy. Or we got a modular receivers that can act as a base stations for the bigger construction sites, or even for the monitoring solutions, or for various applications that you may have where you need a modular kind of receivers. On the total station side, we are going from the top end, which is the SX12, a robotic 1-second robotic total station scanner, to the next level, which is the S series total stations that are from the S9, going from 0.5 second accuracy up to 5-second accuracy, from S5 to S7 to S9. For the mechanical side, we also have the entry level, which is the C3 and the C5. We also have the Nikon brand, which is used for addressing the markets, including the levels, the auto levels, or the digital levels, which are from the Trimble side, the DINI. So we're covering most of the optical portfolio, including the software that is more important, which is used for GNSS and total station as the same software. On the 3D scanning, again, Arno is going to cover that portfolio. So we have the X7, which is 500,000 80 meter, X9, which was just released, 150 meters, 1 million points per second. And then you got the X12, which is 2 million points per second. And we can go more than 250 meters. The SX12 is also put on the scanning portfolio because we have certain applications that can be addressed with the SX12, including the tank inspection and calibration. The most important for the scanning portfolio is the perspective software that makes a big difference, that allows you to register the point cloud on the field, or fully register the point cloud, or georeference the point cloud on the field, and you can even export that in different industrial formats on the field itself. On the mobile mapping portfolio, we got the MX9 from the engineering level accuracy to the mid-level, which is the MX50, and then you got a photogrammetry approach, which is the MX7. Again, with the different point cloud density and different capabilities addressing the different needs and the different applications. Ronald is going to cover that mobile mapping in his presentation. We also have the rail for track survey and monitoring. That's again the GX50, which is with the Guido trolley. We also have field and office softwares, which is Trimble Business Center software and Trimble RealWorks software. Beside that, we got the eCognition info and so on to address the other solutions that are there more for the photogrammetry approach and also for classification of the object. We got a complete solution for mobile computing. That is again for whether it's the GIS handles or even the controllers that are used with the GNSS or with the total station. And then finally, a cloud solution for taking the data from field to office, or even for the collaboration or clash detection and so on. So in general, the solutions that we are using, the products that we have and the solutions that we can address are the tunnel, monitoring, rail, mobile mapping, topo survey, control survey, roads and bridges, and so on. The most important part here is Trimble Access, which is the field software. And you had heard about the Trimble Access General Survey, but we are also addressing a lot of different other applications like roads, tunnels, monitoring for session-based monitoring, mines, land seismic, power lines, pipelines, and so on. So just to give you a kind of brief idea on what the road survey or the road module from the Trimble Access does. So you can have the data prepared in the Trimble Business Center software, take that to Trimble Access for the field stakeout, and then bring that back again to Trimble Business Center software for reporting. You can either do that manually by transferring the data to the device, or take it through the cloud using the data transfer utilities. On the Trimble Roads application in Trimble Access, you can define the road, you can define the horizontal alignment, vertical alignment, cross section, super elevation. You can even change the road that you had imported from the office to the field. You can then stake out the catch point, the vertical offset and the horizontal offset, or apply the construction offset to the stakeout points. And you can also generate nice reports. There are different style sheets that are available. They have a standard report, or you can even customize your reports. You can have those reports in the field and transfer that to the office, or you can even have reports generated in the office by transferring the data from the field to office. Trimble Access has gone to the next level by adding a capability of importing or using the 3D models, that is the IFC models. You can even use the SX12 total station, for example, overlay the model on a physical ground for an augmented reality. And then again, you can stake out the models or the elements of the models, whether it's the point line. You can take the point, let's say, for example, you got a pillar. You can compute the point using the COGO function, the center point of the pillar, and you can stake out directly. Again, this is the model, or what you see on the right side is the model which is shown on the Trimble Access. Beside that, you can also do the surface inspections, more for the tunneling application. Arno is going to talk a little bit more on the tunneling on his presentation. It's an example again shown here on Trimble Access for the 3D models, how you can bring in the 3D models and use that directly on the field. The example over here on the right side, bottom right side, what you see is the Trimble Connect screen in the office where you have the model, then you synchronize that data through the cloud. On the left side, you see the screen of Trimble Access, where you can use the data or the model in the field and then take that data back again to the office. And there are different formats that are supported. So whether it's the drawing, DXF, DGN, IFC, SketchUp, or Land XML. I just want to talk a little bit on the Trimble Business Center software. Trimble Business Software is the hub or the data hub for all of the geospatial sensors that we got. So whether it's the Trimble sensors or even the third-party sensors that we are supporting, including the third-party drones that can be brought in, and Dennis is going to cover a little bit more on the Trimble Business Center software. We also have the interoperability between different softwares like the Autodesk, Esri, or the Bentley softwares, and so on. So beside supporting different modules on the Trimble Business Center software, it's a fully scalable thing. So you can first have the field data module, or even the modules that are covering the field data adjustment and COGO, CAD drafting, surface volumes. You can add the corridor module later on. You can add the data prep module, which brings in the 3D vector file and convert that into the 3D drawing file. You can also, the 3D PDF file to convert that into 3D drawing file. It also supports the takeoff and mass haul. This is more for the construction application. And then the specialty solutions that are addressing the monitoring, mobile mapping, aerial photogrammetry, and tunneling application. This slide shows the Trimble RealWorks software that is more focused on the scanning application, more to address the modeling purpose, or the storage tank applications where it is used for tank inspection and calibration. It also supports AutoCAD, Revit, SketchUp integration. And then finally, you can share or publish the data and share it with the clients, which they can use it on their simple browser without having the software. Just an overview of what we have on the tunneling solution. Again, Arno is going to cover that on the tunneling side, but we can use different hardwares. That can be an SX12 total station, or the X7 or the X9 total station, or even the X12, or different total stations that we have on the S series that I mentioned. And we got a complete solution for field and the office. On the monitoring side, we not only support the geospatial or the geodetic sensors, but we also are supporting the geotechnical sensors that you can see over here. The automated monitoring is covered with a complete solution where T4D software is using for automated monitoring and sending the alarms automatically by the email or by SMS. And again, we are not just addressing a particular structure. Today, we can monitor buildings, we can monitor tunnels, we can monitor bridges, dams, and so on. I know Optron is involved in a lot of different monitoring projects. Again, Christian Buer is going to talk about the monitoring solution. So what I show here is some of these photos that we're not just doing this virtual event, but we are also involved in different events in Africa. This was one of the events that was in Nairobi, Kenya, where we had a good success. And again, thanks to the people who had attended this to make it a success. And we are going to continue with such events together with the EMFP group of Trimble this will be in Nigeria as well as in Senegal in the coming months and so. So again, some more pictures. So we're not just going to show you some slides, but also we have devices that we are coming to you and showing a complete workflow of those devices. We are also talking to RCMRD and having a close coordination with them. As I know that the RCMRD is a key for all the regional states that are there. So again, with collaboration with the Optron and the RCMRD, we are trying to help those customers, those government entities that are already using the Trimble products or need new solutions and so on. With this, I just wanted to put this slide and you can take a snap of it. These are the contact details, the email addresses of the key Optron guys from the geospatial side. You can contact them later on. Again, if you have any questions, we're not going to take the questions online straight away, but we're going to have the chat box. If you can put your questions on the chat box, and at the end of the presentation, we'll address some of those questions, or we'll go directly to those persons who have asked those questions. Again, we're going to share the presentations to the guys and also the recording. So thank you very much. This was the first presentation for Trimble Geospatial Solution Overview. I'll give it to Arno Lezenek, who will do the presentation for the reality capture or 3D scanning solution. Thank you.